Hi and welcome to the video tutorial of modeling with spreadsheet. In this video, we are considering the project hotel reservation system and will demonstrate specifically how the occupancy sheet is prepared. From the previous video, you would have learned how to create the unallocated customer handling sheet. In this video, we show how the user can make use of the available data and analyze it to get better insights regarding the occupancy of rooms in the hotel. To do so, the following will be discussed in the video. First, the use of slicers and pivot tables to filter the data to be displayed. Secondly, the use of timeline slicers to view the required occupancy data month-wise. To start the process, consider the room booking sheet. The data is selected to enter it in a pivot table. Now, two pivot tables are made. One with the room type as the row label and sum of the number of days. Here we see the pivot table containing the room type as part of the row labels and the number indicating the number of days that particular room type was booked in throughout the year. Creating a pivot table was explained earlier in the video for the revenue analysis sheet. We create another pivot table with month as the row label and the sum of the number of days. After the pivot table is created, slicers are used. Slicers are used to filter the data in the pivot table. To add a slicer, go to the Analyze menu under the Pivot Tool table. Options. Select the option Insert Slicer. Multiple fields are displayed. The user can select the desired fields. Here we select two fields, the service type and the room type. When you select an item, the item is included in the filter and the data for that item will be displayed. For example, if we select semi-deluxe room, the service type only highlights the two fields showing that these were the only services availed from the semi-deluxe rooms. The table shows the number of days each service type was available in the semi-deluxe room. The user can also create multiple combinations to get the desired results. Also, with the help of slicers, interactive charts can be created. Here, a bar chart has been inserted. Multiple fields can be selected in the slicers and the results can be displayed. The user can also design the slicers. For example, multiple fields can be added in one row using the pivot tool charts and the premium suite. We see the data is displayed. We can even see multiple data for the premium suite and deluxe together. The user can also design the slicers. For example, multiple fields can be added in one row using the options menu under the slicer tools. Here you see if we adjust the column to 2 or 3, the slicer styles can be managed accordingly. Now, if we see the occupancy analysis sheet, we've done the same thing here. One is creating an interactive chart using slicers for service type and room types, and secondly, the occupancy analysis based on months using the check-in date and the room type. Now we'll demonstrate the use of timeline slicers to view the required occupancy data month-wise. A timeline slicer is a tool added to the pivot table. With the help of a timeline slicer, users can select a period of dates in the pivot table. It enables the user to analyze data based on the time period selected. When you create a pivot table, you have a new Analyze menu on the ribbon, which appears when you select a cell on the pivot table. Click on the option Insert Timeline. A new dialog box appears showing only the fields that correspond to a date format. In our table, in the room booking sheet, only two fields have the data in the date format. These are the check-in date and the checkout date. Click on the check-in date option. Remember, date stored as text will not be recognized for timelines. Click on OK. A new dialog box is presented on your sheet now. This is a timeline control. When you select a range of time, only those values will be displayed in the pivot. You can also change the date split by clicking on the arrow next to the default value month. For example, if I select quarters, the data will be displayed in the quarter form. Similarly, we can do it for years and for days. We will set this back to months. Now, suppose we have selected the month January and the room type deluxe. So the chart shows that in the month of January in the year 2015, the deluxe rooms were booked for these many days. Now if we even select the service type, this shows the data of the cleaner service type availed by a deluxe room occupant in the month of January. Similarly, we can do the occupancy analysis based on months. This brings us to the end of the occupancy analysis video. Thank you for watching.